Has world football found their next big global superstar in Endrick? 165 goals at just 16 and a Real Madrid contract at 18. This teenager is already breaking records and turning heads. From a tough start in life to breathtaking performances on the pitch, Endrick Felipe is seen as the heir to the throne of world football. But what makes him so special? Stick around as we uncover why experts are calling him the next big thing. If you love stories about the next big names in football, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the future stars of the game. Brazil has had a long history of producing extraordinary football talents, and Endrick may be the next on this legendary convoy belt. From Pelé, who shone in the World Cup at 17, to Neymar, who became a household name in his teens, the country has always delivered icons. Endrick's story is no different. If anything, it's even more inspiring. Born to a family that struggled to make ends meet, his dad played amateur football while his mum was at one point unemployed and homeless. Reflecting on his childhood, Endrick shared this with The Guardian. "I never went hungry, but my parents did. They starved for me. They gave me a lot of strength because I did not want to see them do that again. I didn't want to see them in need. Give me food and have them go without." His football journey started at just 4 years old. Fueled by his parents' relentless belief, his father posted YouTube videos of Endrick's goals, dreaming of catching Cristiano Ronaldo's attention. While Ronaldo didn't see them, the scouts at Palmeiras did. Endrick joined them in 2017. In the next 5 years, he would morph into a goal machine. The kid made history by scoring 165 goals in 169 games for the youth team. It was at the 2022 Copa São Paulo de Futebol Júnior tournament that the country started to take note of the youngster's talent. Endrick scored 8 goals in 7 games, leading Palmeiras to their first ever Copinha title. The teenager also got voted player of the tournament by fans. Having achieved all of this in 1 year, it was not surprising when they made the 16-year-old Endrick the youngest ever first-team player in 2022. And the kid did not just become the league's second youngest goalscorer in a 3-1 win over Atlético Paranaense. He was also voted the most promising player in the Serie A that season. And just like that, the international media started to invest in Endrick's stock. Even football Twitter didn't want to be left out of the fun. Photos of him started to trend for their vintage vibe that looked like throwbacks to the golden age of Brazilian football icons from the 60s down to the 90s. It was only a matter of time before European clubs started trooping in, and leading the charge were Chelsea, Barcelona, and of course, Real Madrid. Madrid in particular knew they couldn't repeat their past mistakes of missing out on Neymar, and so by 2022, they jumped the queue and announced an agreement with Endrick, ensuring they had secured a gem for their future. By the time Endrick left Palmeiras in 2024, he had already made a huge impact in a short time. In just 82 games, he scored 21 goals, provided 4 assists, and was a 2-time winner of the Brasileiro, Brazil's top league, and also won the Paulista twice and the Supercopa de Brazil. Now it was time to hit the big leagues. And talking about hitting the big leagues, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on the rest of this journey and other exciting content. Endrick, or Bobby as fans and teammates now call him these days, signed a 6-year deal with Real Madrid in 2024, fulfilling a childhood dream. The teenager made his official debut for Real Madrid in style during a 3-0 home win against Real Valladolid in La Liga. Coming on as a substitute in the 86th minute, it took him no time to make an impact, scoring the 3rd goal and sealing the victory. That moment wasn't just about the scoreline, it was about history in the making. At just 18 years and 35 days old, he became the youngest foreign player to ever score for Real Madrid in La Liga, breaking the previous record held by Rafael Varane, who found the net at 18 years and 152 days old. But ever since then, the youngster hasn't seen much game time, which is understanding seeing the competition ahead of him. Endrick's performances for both club and country have been a mixed bag, sparking debates about whether he's truly the superstar many believe he can be. There have been flashes of brilliance, like in March 24 when he came on in a friendly game against England at Wembley. What made the occasion even more special was that Endrick's first senior goal for Brazil wasn't just any goal, it was a record-breaking one. At just 17 years old and 246 days, he became the youngest player ever to score an international goal at Wembley, according to Opta. But the milestone didn't stop there. That strike against England also made Endrick the 4th youngest goalscorer in the history of the Seleção, joining an elite group that includes Pelé, Edu, and Ronaldo. Just days later, he made another sensational debut at the Santiago Bernabéu, scoring within 5 minutes of a friendly against Spain. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Fast forward to July 24. Just 3 weeks before officially joining Madrid, Endrick's performance against Uruguay in the Copa America was a disaster. He completed just 1 pass in 90 minutes, taking the kickoff. And you just know, football social media was having fun at his expense. One tweet said, "Endrick officially, with the worst Copa America performance known to date. Iconic." Another tweet took a dig at his club saying, "Only Madrid can overhype their players. There should be an investigation on how they can buy so much PR. Is Endrick really all PR and no talent?" This ex-user doesn't think so. As far as he's concerned, people let those Endrick interviews and iconic photos cloud their judgment on his ability way too much. The kid is a serious talent. Confidence is out of this world, and he'll only keep getting better. What makes a young player truly destined for greatness? Raw talent, confidence, or the ability to handle pressure? For Endrick, it seems to be all three. Far from being a fraud, this left-footed attacker has consistently proven he has what it takes. He's fearless and decisive, as we saw in that Champions League game against Stuttgart. With Mbappe on his left and Vinicius Jr. on his right, most players would pass. Not Endrick. He took a shot from outside the box and it flew into the net. One ex-fan tweeted, "Mbappe to his left, Vinicius to his right, and Endrick decides to smack it into the net himself." The kid's self-belief matches his talent level, which is why he's very likely to make it as a world-class 9. He believes he can do anything on a pitch. Classic Real Madrid mentality. And even at that, Endrick isn't just about flashy goals and confidence. He's a tireless worker off the ball, always pressing defenders, making tackles, and disrupting the opposition. Ibrahim Konate and the Liverpool fans got first-hand experience of this when Madrid faced Liverpool in the Champions League. The 18-year-old hassled the big Frenchman so hard that it ended up in an unfortunate incident that nobody wished had happened. And despite being only 5'8", Endrick is surprisingly strong in the air. He doesn't back down from aerial duels and has an explosive jump that allows him to challenge taller opponents. Even if he doesn't win the header outright, he often disrupts the opponents enough to give his teammates a chance to win the second ball. Every great player has a trademark move, a skill or quality that sets them apart. For Endrick, it's his incredible shot power that defines his game. He's the kind of player who makes you sit up every time he gets near the ball, because you know he's capable of something spectacular. Just like Cristiano Ronaldo in his early years, Endrick has the confidence to take a shot from anywhere on the pitch. Whether it's a long range or inside the box, he's always hunting for that moment to make an impact. The way he strikes the ball with his left foot is nothing short of ridiculous, combining precision, power, and the ability to catch opponents completely off guard. What makes him even more dangerous is how quickly he can get his shots off. His unique shooting mechanics allow him to create opportunities out of nothing, leaving defenders and goalkeepers with little time to react. Endrick's manager, Ancelotti, had to give a special shout-out to the Brazilian striking ability after this goal against Stuttgart. Endrick has a gift. He has something special. He has courage and quality. His shooting ability is something special. Now, of course, there's still room for improvement in his game. At such a young age, it's natural for him to sometimes hold onto the ball too long or try to take on too much by himself. But that's just youthful exuberance. It comes from a deep belief in his own abilities. And when you watch him play, it's easy to see why he got so confident. But what makes you a superstar if you don't have the ability to deliver in the big moments? The great attackers of the past always showed up when it mattered most, and Endrick seems to have that same big game gene. This ex-user captures it perfectly, saying, "Endrick already has the clutch gene before putting on the Madrid shirt." If people were confused about the hype around the teenager before he wore a Madrid shirt, he dispelled it with his performances in those friendlies against Spain and England. Endrick loves these big moments, and his numbers back it up. 10 minutes to score his first goal for Real Madrid, 35 minutes to score his first goal for Brazil, 74 minutes to score his first goal for Palmeiras. Endrick also displayed his big game genes in Brazil's thrilling 3-2 victory over Mexico in a friendly match. With the match tied in the final minutes, the young star stepped up and delivered a last-minute winner, rising highest to head the ball into the net. And it wasn't just a clutch moment for his country. It was history in the making. The goal made Endrick the second youngest player in Brazil's history to score 3 goals for the national team, with only the legendary Pelé achieving the feat at a younger age. Every move he has made so far shows the youngster seems to be destined for greatness. And it's not just the fans who see this. Some of Brazilian football's biggest names have given him their stamp of approval. Real Madrid and Brazil legend Ronaldo had high praise for Endrick back in 2022, telling Twitch, "I think he is a boy with a very promising future, and he's already acting like a professional. It would be a sensational experience for him and the future of the national team." Gabriel Jesus, who also came through Palmeiras, is another admirer. Speaking to ESPN in September 22, he said, "I've been following Endrick a lot. During the time I was training at the academy, when I was coming back from injury, Z Roberto introduced us. Then I saw him on the field. Wow, he's a star. Phenomenon. I'm really rooting for him." A lot of Madrid and Brazil fans will be rooting for Endrick as he waits for his moment to shine in a star-studded Real Madrid team. Since the start of the 24-25 season, he's only played 136 minutes as of game week 13, while other young stars, like Lamine Yamal, are stealing the headlines. But let's take a step back. Endrick is still just 18 years old, and who's to say he won't achieve global dominance when the moment comes? The youngster has already made an impact at Palmeiras, on the international stage, and even in glimpses at Madrid. But the big question remains, can he take it to the next level? Can Endrick truly dominate world football and become the chosen one that so many believe he is? We'd love to hear what you think. Do you see Endrick fulfilling the potential that legends like Ronaldo see in him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And while you're at it, don't miss out on more stories like this. Click on the next video to check out the journey of another incredible young talent we have on the roster.